go over here, I believe. Hey! So, I don't know. Let's go through what has happened in the week ahead. So, I have created... let's close that file. What should we close? So, this is something that I've been working on over on Discord. You would have seen it. Been working on creating a building, and I've recorded it from start to finish. Oh, by the way, welcome Dennis, Gaming in the Can. Make sure you check out Gaming in the Can, like and subscribe to those guys. We got Levy, Zumwit, Timeless, Spooky. The usual troublemakers is great. But this is what I've been working on throughout the week. Really happy with it. The material up here is what I absolutely love. So it's grunge. Grunge from the top that comes down. It is gorgeous. I'm super happy with this. There are some assets that you would have seen from like the street one that we made a while back. So there's that piece there, and this one here. This one here is from a file like a year ago. And I just retextured it a little bit. We see some of the usual files in here. And then this one here is from last week, I think. But, so this is what we've kind of created. This artwork style, I want to say, is based off... Let me find him. Starts with Y. There he is. Off this guy. Vertexberg, Josiah's here. Night Cow. Sandy. Cheese and whiskers. Look at that. Ah, that is good. But yes, loving this, because the whole point of this is that when we open up, this is building 2, when we open up building 1, which hasn't been completed yet, but we're getting there slowly. Once we grab all this stuff, Control C, Control V, over here-ish, kinda, probably about there. Then we can start creating not too bad of a scene. Oh, no, it's fine. I thought I lost a piece. Anyway, so now we're trying to start keeping up. My pup keeps farting. I was farting earlier. Got it out. So trying to just build up a bit of a street so it's both sides. And then we're going there. It all starts with Y. I do want to create some different variations in vending machines. And then if we come here, this piece here is from not the croissant shop. Oh, I can't remember what it was. Pie, pasty. Anyway, so just kind of like, building this up. There's a whole bunch of work that still needs to be done, but oh well. But we are slowly getting there. It's going to be great. Looks like the cyberpunk. Did he design that? Yeah, he, from that link, yes, he was the one that created it. But I'm kind of now, just trying to take that art style. Oh, I did this. So I was playing with OpenTT, Open Transport Tycoon, my son, and I just had an idea. This was the idea. If I just go like -2, look at this railing. How gorgeous does that railing look? It's from the lab. Yeah. So, really happy with how this one has turned out. I was going to bring across some of the elements into this one. But we're not talking about that one today. I don't even think we're going to be talking about this one. So, in episode 5 and 6, there is a scene that we're running down the street. I need to somehow populate all this. I was going to do it with in Unreal Engine. Is it Tonya approved? Absolutely, it's approved by Tonya. So we got to have a bright street, and then I need to have some dark alleyways. So this is something I came up with mid-journey, just kind of like playing around. And so we'll take it, and we'll go for it. The style is amazing. I know. I stinking know. Whoops, Control Z on that one. Now, what we're going to do is I am going to use Perspective Plotter real quick. And then what we're going to do is just quickly block it out, that's the word, and then we'll go in, start smashing it out. So let's see how much we can do in 2 hours is the goal. Okay, let's go here, please. Background unmatched, sure, whatevs. Can I now hide that? Beautiful. All right, perspective plotter. So, y-axis, so we need to pick 2 things. Now, this is AI generated, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to actually match these up. Because, yeah, AI is not exact, but we'll give it a fair whack. I don't have an x-axis, so we are going to change vanishing point of y to z. Let's see what we can pick up. So probably u. That one, no, it should be over here. That one goes there. And then this one will be over here, is the idea. That is the ground. Yeah, let's go from the corner of this building. That seems pretty legit. Sick. So, mesh, cube, plane. And so all that's done is it's mapped our reference point. Aha. Okay, so I'm going to go GZ1. I'm upside down. Vanishing point minus Z. There we go. So we know that this is 2 meters. So let's kind of bring it in some more. I will check chat in a sec. Let me just kind of put this in the right spot. So we're going about there. GY. Perfect. What do we got? Yeah, pull the finger out. Unreal Fest is good. What? 5.6. I heard there's a lot of problems with 5.6. Integration of meta within 5. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Bring in metahuman. I almost said your mum's AI generated, but this isn't time and place. Rocket League is correct. Haven't tried it yet. Yeah, I know, Unreal Engine is always a game changer, which is really interesting. GX. Yeah, it is very much a game changer, that thing. Okay, let's go. I'm just trying to line this up now. GZ, beautiful. GG. And we'll go press C just to expand that out. Lovely jubblies. Let's put an edge loop through here. And we'll put an edge loop through there. Now I just want to make it like that. Merge by distance. Best way would be to do this. And then E to extrude. What the? Let's not do that then. That's not right. Ah, fiddlesticks. Okay. Well, let's just go E to extrude along the y-axis. There we go. That's the problem. Perfect. Well done, Marco. Good thinking. No worries. Thank you, 99. GG. And now this is already, we can see kind of like that AI is already being ejected. Patrick Stewart here. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, some bugs close. Okay, close would be interesting. And can you really import metahumans? Technically, no. License says you cannot use metahuman outside of Unreal Engine unless you pay for them. So, and funny enough, I was having a conversation with someone at church today around the use of AI. Although you're not meant to do it, the next person is doing it. It's really, that is kind of like my bugbear. It's not a bugbear. That's something that really bugs me. That, people aren't following license agreements, and yet they're able to, not anymore. Oh. Right. Okay. That is very interesting then. Because I know that Re-Illusion Character Creator 5's coming out. So that will be very interesting. I mean, look, I'm still going to go with Character Creator because I love it and I've got a really good workflow with them. But interesting. Neat. Either say the least. That's not the right word. Hang on, let me move this back. What are we? X-axis. Let's come up to the top here. So as you can see, just going to be blocking this out like we always do. Makula. Let's kind of grab them. That one. I want that one. Where is it? That one, that one, that one, that one. Scale X0. Scale X0. Duh. Fiddlesticks. Okay. I stuffed up. Welcome to the stream. Who was that? Yabba. Yabba gabba goo. Yo, gabba gabba. I'm sorry, I didn't say your name right at all, but it's a little bit of a running gag. Okay, I gotta hang on. Let me just start again. I've stuffed up. Because I extruded incorrectly. GZ1. Move this back. Beautiful. Let's go GY. Yes, I am intrigued now into looking into that license. It's all thanks to... what kind of shoes do you want walking down the street? We have full license for import-export as Fabio runs the unit. Okay. Going up to Y, right-handed coords system aligned with USD. Yeah, I think USD is going to be the way of the future. So if you're not using USD yet, you might want to get on board that one. About there. I see what I did wrong. Perfect. There we go. And then we're going to extrude that and that. E on the y-axis. Perfect. Oh, much better. Okay, that makes more sense. Bubbles! My favorite Botaniq is cherry, of course. No, it's got to be apple. Unreal is transitioning to a left up forward coordinate system. Align with the universal. Yes. Yes, and that's going to be super interesting. Yeah, Fab is great. I don't get any sales from it, but it is great. I don't use USD. I use euros. Nice. Okay, let's smash this out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We've got that. That's looking great. I'm going to put one in there and one down there. And then we're going to go GG. GG. Just quickly smash this out. And I'm just kind of doing that. Now, I think now I can probably get rid of these faces here at the back. Let's go delete faces. Nope. Delete vertices. The idea behind this is going to be a set. So I don't really care what's necessarily behind it. But what we will be using is some of those assets that I've created previously. Scale X0. Beautiful. To about there. Lovely jubblies. Cremeschnitte. Let's quickly put that in. This. Hang on, I gotta fix up my mistake. Delete faces. U, F, and F. Cool beans. There we go. And then probably around here, I can now extrude downwards. Z0. Perfect. Let's grab this line. No, let's grab this line. What was that? And grab this line, E to extrude along the x-axis, scale x0. So we've got that now. Have you tried giving Midjourney a focal length? No. That's probably should try that one. When I see these screens, I always want to see the back of utility spaces and pantries. Ah, I know. I completely agree with that one. It's really in quantum physics, but he was really annoying. He was always superimposing himself into everything. Considering the fact I've been looking into quantum, I understand that one. Screencast keys, yes. Turn it on. All right. So this is good. I like what we have here. Wireframe mode, and then we can come in and do some extra business. So for instance, like I can re-grab this. We can scale it on the x-axis a smidgen. GZ, E, bring it down. And then we're slowly building pieces based off what we see. Yeah, perfect. I actually really like this shape. I'm going to throw in an empty. Let's go cube. And then with that cube, we're going to select this piece. Add modifier. Scott Morrison. And then we're going to go into this. Almost got it whiz bang schmack on. GX. I'm just going to move that back. So you can see that we've already started building a bit of a street. And we're going to be using, this. Have you tried the Auto Depth AI? I have not tried the Auto Depth AI. Interesting. I didn't know it was a thing. There's fireworks outside. It's winter, guys. Yep, fully aware. It's freezing cold. What are you guys doing? I'm going to go E to extrude, and we're just going to pull that up. So I think I like this design. I like this idea. I reckon we're just going to work with one building, and then we're going to just improve that. So let's deselect that. Control L, delete vertices. And all I'm going to do now is just focus on creating the one, and then we'll come back and retrofit it a little bit later. So let's grab this and these pieces here. Maybe we just do a mirror modifier now. I'm really happy with the shape. Rotate Z 180. Perfect. And then we are going to go here. Let's go Shift S, cursor selected. Right click, set origin at 3D cursor. So now when I press V to rip, Control L, delete vertices. I hate you. There we go. V to rip. Control L, delete vertices. Now, why? What the heck? Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's get rid of that one. Add modifier, generate mirror modifier. Suck a lemon. Control A, apply the rotation. Perfect. So what are we looking at here? How far off is that? I'm okay with that. Perfect. Let's go with that. First up, you can see that we've already done this outline here. I want to retrofit that some more so that we have kind of that looking. Love this piece in here. Maybe what we do, let's just grab this section. Shift D, P, separate by selection, because I kind of want that border to be created. All I'm going to do is go into add modifier, solidify modifier. We're going to make that 0. And let me change the resolution of my screen. I just realized because I was doing stuff. There we go. Maybe make that look a little bit better for you guys. I know what you mean, Night Cow. I should be doing stuff as well. And that's kind of like why I forced myself to stream, because I'm like, it gives me a pretty strong reason to smash things out. But like I've said previously, the last few live streams have really gotten me going, which has been great. GG. No, it's not going to work. So now we've got that orange border. So let's just go start assigning simple materials. Roughness, we're going to go orange. Assign. And then if we go into render view, you did an assign it marker, assign. Perfect. Love it. Great. Why are we in Eevee? Get the heck out of here, Eevee. G, 32, 1, 20. 32, 64, 128. Far out. Tonight's going to be great. Cool. Like that. And then if we go into, give me a sky, please. Thank you. Render that open up. Lovely. One thing I haven't done is bring in a character, which we always have the same reference person. Let's just go import character. Kevin, where are you, mate? Temp. Nope. Oh gosh, why is it like that? We go into temp. Teaching character. Let's bring him in. Netwinder. Oh, sweet. That's good. I like that guy. He's a good kid. Nice. Tell him I said hi back. All right, so I think we're at a pretty good scale already. So if we have him kind of like just standing here. That bar is a little bit low. Or maybe we just increase the scene. Which makes sense. Okay, like these. There we go. Okay, so something like that, I reckon. Does that look like a good scale? Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Let's go with that. Something nice and big. What we're going to do now is, I don't know. It just seems too big. But I mean, this angle seems fine. All right. Let's start pulling the scene apart a little bit. So P, separate by selection. So this here is going to be its own individual piece. Let's clear that out. Delete faces. Select here. Make sure we've got even thickness on. We do. That's great. Shift N. Here, let's throw on a solidify modifier. So I might be talking quite a bit, but this is because I want to talk about my thought process in how I'm achieving all this. Surprise, real life. Real Illusion didn't name the default character Kevin and Karen. What is the girl's name? I can't think of her name. And I've seen it. It's not Susan. I can't think of it. Oh, well. What I would like to do, let's go like this. E to extrude, and I think that is not going to be, whoops. Whoopsie-doodle. GY. How does that look? That looks fine. Karen handles the asset browser because she always wants to see their managers far out. I have been so busy at work. I wasn't able to didn't have a chance to write all their jokes down today. This week. which is a bit of a shame. No, I don't have any new jokes. One thing I do want to do, let's just quickly go Shift S, cursor to selected. Yep. Is let's go ahead and create a bit of a light. Yeah, you can see that I got a bit of a prop. Oh, that is like, seems off. You should be off-putting. So what I'm thinking is something like this, and still in the blocking phase. Okay. Let's go add modifier, generate mirror modifier. And then just gonna duplicate that, and we'll call this one matte light underscore blue. And the reason why I'm going blue is because the border is orange. We might as well go that cyberpunk style. That is disgusting. Let's go 10. Let's go and just add in a plane. This here can be ground, dark, perfect. Are you on the ground, buddy, or you're floating in midair? That's great. That's why it looks so weird. Okay, GZ. Let's grab everything real quick. Everything that we've done. G, nope, U, G, everything there. Get the camera. Arrow. Move it all up. Oh, wait. Be about there. Scale it in. Yeah, I think this is what it should be like. So let's fix all this up. Control L, GZ. I want it higher. Great. Yeah, see, so now it's more of a bit more of a bar, so you can come in, sit on it, blah, blah. Why male zombies don't have a good sense of humor? Because all they do is say dead jokes. I feel like there should be something around groaning. I don't know. Like, why? Camilla, beautiful. Why? It's like, why do female zombies always groan? It's because of the dead jokes. I don't know. I got to think about that one. That's an interesting one. That sounds like a Halloween problem. What I'm actually going to do now is let's just jump over into one of the previous scenes. And I started extracting a whole bunch of stuff. Do we have... No. Let's open up number 2. Don't save, please. Just want to kind of grab some of the pieces that we've already been working on. So that. Control C. Control V. Perfect. And then, so these fridges here are the ones that we created as part of the Kitbashing set. So something like that. Because if we open that up, now we've got stuff in here already. This one here. You know, something we could throw in like here. Beautiful. And we change the outside to matte paint underscore gray. And then we can just change this color. Oh, get stuffed. And we'll bring that down. Did I grab everything? Nope. GZ, bring it down. There we go. How's that looking? Nice. I like this. It's kind of coming together quite well. When they've grown on you, they're an acquired taste. I love that argument. Oh, it's an acquired taste. Drinking wine, it's an acquired taste. You know what else is an acquired taste? Eating poo. How much poo do you want to eat before you get an acquired taste? Anyway. True story. Not the poo parting, eating part. No, that's wrong. Okay, I'm going to put it like this. So we've got kind of like this bar type thing. I do like how we've got complicated parts in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an E to extrude. Right, can't do that. Hemoglobins. Oh, okay. What I might just do is apply the solidify modifier. We should have a face now in here and in here. Delete those faces because we applied those modifiers out of order. I'm going to go like that and like this. E to extrude, and we'll get rid of those bottom faces. Delete faces. And what I'm thinking is because we are going for a bit of a nighttime scene, we'll do something like this. And then in here, I'm actually going to do I to do an inset, E to do an extrude. And obviously what we're going to be doing is we'll put a light source in here. But once again, let's do in the blocking phase. And let's go lights blue. And so now we should have a nice blue glow coming down the bottom here. Let's just go into 4 and rotate so the sun's facing the wrong way. Marco, can you assign that material, please? Assign. There we go. And so now we're going to have this nice blue glow coming from the bottom. And obviously if we went into -5 mode, that's looking pretty suave. Laughing at the choir joke. Oh, heard of Vegemite tastes bad. What's it made out of? Salt. I used to eat it as a kid. Now I can't stand it. But Vegemite isn't Nutella. You don't put like this thick layer of Vegemite, or it's like drinking the sea. You just got to put a nice thin layer. That's how it is. That was mad joke level. So, just in case you ever need to eat Vegemite, yeah, it's a thin layer. It's not a thick layer. It's a thin layer. You know what we could do here is almost like we could put in maybe a bit of a menu in here or some lighting. I think that would be cool. We could do some Skyrim magic. So if you ever watch the designing of, I think it's Skyrim. No, it actually might be Oblivion. Desks and cupboards are the same piece. They just position them differently. And that, it was, I had a stroke. That blew my mind. Like, I mean, it seems so obvious. I mean, 10, ooh. Nah, let's go something like this. No. Let's bring it forward a smidgen. That's kind of cool. I like that. I can't say mad jokes here. Most are not. Yes, I know. Hence why I always try and, keep them down tone, if you know what I'm saying. Let's come into here. What's this piece here? Control L. Beautiful. P, separate by selection. So this here is now our individual piece. Let's go GZ, pull that down, and pull this one across. Yep, that's fine. I'm going to go GY and move it over. Nope. Grab these, GY, move them over. Now, the other thing as well is you have to remember, whenever we're making a scene, what is the purpose of this scene? So, I mean, the reason why I say that is I could spend till the nth degree trying to get this looking absolutely amazing. However, I know that the camera is probably going to be moving down very quick. So as long as we can get like the basic information, and if we come into here, as long as we can kind of get the basic information in there, that is good enough. It doesn't need to be high quality, everything is la-di-da. I mean, it helps, but it doesn't need to. Because at the moment, I'm one guy who is trying to, create a brand new world. David, I think he's been working on his world for like 10 years. Something starting with D. Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, there he is. Designed by... there we go. Designed by Damir. There we go. Check him out. He's been working on his universe for a while now. Okay, so I want to do something like that. And then from within here, we want to... let's do that. I'm going to grab this piece, Control LP, separate by selection. So we've got our bars section in here. Shift D, rotate, and we'll grab that. E to extrude, put it into there. Is that in the right spot? Nope. We can probably push this back out further. Hasn't come through. Lovely. GY. Shift D. Bring it up to about here-ish. And then we've got some more utensils and crud that we can put up here. So let's go GZ. Let's put an edge loop through there. And E to extrude. Bring that down. So let's just make some cupboard space. Something like that. Nope, let's push this back here. I'm going to pull that back. Grab these two, delete edge loops, and then we'll do something like that. And this is why, you'll see a lot of my stuff at the moment is I'm just smashing it together. Because, we can make this, we can spend all day trying to make these cupboards 100% accurate. But I can tell you now, if the camera's going yeet, they're not going to be worried about which way the door hinges are, where the handles are, what color, or maybe what color they are, but what's the design, blah, blah, blah. So this is why I'm just trying to go quick, because we've got a lot of things to create. Is this from game dev, or are you just making a scene for your portfolio? Stuff that. No, so I'm building a web series, animated web series. At the moment, the first draft has been written. I've put my comments in the draft, and now it's back with my editor. Sorry, my writer. So he's now going through it. Netwinder, who one inspiring artist mentioned already, he's going to be one of my voices. Actually, yeah. Let's give him a shout out. Look, shush. What is that? Netwinder. So Netwinder is going to be one of the voices. Which is this guy. I have a thought for another voice. I haven't asked him yet, but it might be Filmin86, who does BeamNG stuff. I haven't asked him yet. I had I was thinking about it in the shower. And I'm like, oh, actually, he's got a decent villain voice. It's like this gruffiness. And I'm like, oh. Yeah, I might try and snap him up, see if he's keen. And he'll be a robot face. Oh, sorry, toaster face. And I do have some concept art on what Toaster Face is going to look like, which is, that's my D&D character, Toaster Face. Here we go. So I was thinking, oh, you suck. Yeah. So I was thinking of Toaster Face being like this guy. So the reason why it's mainly kick the kettlebell. The reason why I've chosen this head is because there's a lot less animation. No mouth, eyes, pixelated things. So I'm semi-okay with doing something like that. Can I cast you for a small part in my animation? Heck yeah. Hit me up. Send me a Discord message. I'm down for that. So yeah, this is kind of like, this is the idea I'm thinking about. Clothing. So this will be interesting on how to make clothing. Like obviously we've got garment tools. We've got simply cloth. We've got a bunch of cloth simulation tools. So I'm semi looking forward to sitting down to doing this one. Semi not. I think I am going to have to do some sculpting. I didn't feel a thing. Okay, I like this, I like this. This is where we're going to have to put some other stuff in. Technically, we can fill the gaps in as well. Also, side note, how cool are escape rooms? That's all. So, what I'm just going to do now... Oh, my goodness, Marco, come on. Pull your socks up. We are going to throw in some pipes. Now, someone said to me last week, why aren't you using cavity mode? I actually like cavity mode now. Just like spooky as well. Open up an old blend file. What? Open up an old blend file. And... Oh, fine. Open up an old blend file and it was in orthographic mode. And I was like, oh, this is disgusting. So... Spooky won that one. Live streaming, sunshine. Just my wife. Priorities. It's alright, she's not here, so it's fine. Crap, what was I saying? Escape rooms. And then did I say anything else? I don't know. I don't know how to mind fart. Anyway, cloth simulation. Yeah, so sculpting. Not sure about sculpting. Sculpting is not one of my things. I've never really wanted to learn it. So, but I know that sculpting has a few good, like, cavity mode. Thank you. Orthographic mode. There we go. Screw you, Spooky. So Spooky was the one that told me off many times about using orthographic mode. And so I went, fine, I will jump into perspective. And then, yeah, it's changed my life for the greater good. You jack. It's, what are we, like 30 minutes? 30 minutes in, called you a jack. That's about standard. I like that, I like that. So just adding in some pipes. Here we might just pretty up these lights as well. And if we do this and this, Control B to do a bevel. Nice. Let's go GZ, and I'm just going to bring that all the way up into there. Nice. Here I'm going to throw on generate into a bevel. Too much, which is fine. 0.005, ever slow slight bevel. And then we've got, yeah, that. That's not too bad. Colors are completely off. I do want something a little bit darker. In saying that, I will be doing a tutorial on how I created this here. So if we jump to 15, oops, let's just go into the layout marker. So on how to make kind of like the grunginess up top and then come down. So this is all PBR. I probably should bake it, but I don't know. I'm never doing spacecraft interior again. You lie. You will always do one. Flot Fred, welcome. So yeah, really happy with this material, how this came out. That one's repeating like anything. So I'm just going to quickly steal this material because then I can reuse it. So let's grab that, main paint. Oops. Copy material to selected, Control C. Don't save. Control V. Cylinder is somewhere. This will come main paint underscore gray. So I'm just going to change the color of this. And so you can see it's not that complicated. There's a few things that are happening. But yeah, I'll do a tutorial on it for those who are interested. Ew. Let's lighten that up a little bit. Ooh. Something like that. Beautiful. You are main paint gray. Main paint gray. Delete. Let's go here. Main paint gray. Let's change this to about here. Secret Talks, can you recommend a good material library? Ho ho! I've got a full video on that. Did I have Rocket League playing in the background the whole time? Anyway, no, I wouldn't have. Okay, hang on. I will find you, and then you can pick the one that you want. But the one, actually, I lie. The one that I use the most at the moment is this one. This is a free library on Ambient CG, but this add-on just kind of like auto connects into that. Okay, let's snap this down. I'm going to bring this down. Actually, no, let's bring it up. And then I'm going to do Control B. Control numpad. Bring that in like so. And then if we do a V to rip, Control LP, separate by selection. And there we go. So now we've got kind of like a bit of a grunge along that line. Actually, is it UV unwrapped? Generated, random object, generate. Yeah, it's all generated. Sweet. What? You can't control V. Dexter Deshawn tried, and you know what happened to him. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Who is that? Control V. Okay. I've only played Cyberpunk a little bit. I haven't gone too deep in. So, yar. I know I should go deeper, but I don't know. We got main paint gray. Beautiful. Then, now that I've done this, what I'm going to do is grab this piece. I'm going to go mirror, solidifier, not the bevel just yet. I'm going to put an edge loop through the center. Oh, come on. Come on, you Jerkosaurus. We're going to go edge loop here. Wait. There and there. I'm just going to delete that. Faces. And then Did I leave that edge loop in there? I sure did. Then from here, I'm going to go Control B. Okay, sure. E to extrude, Alt S to scale it up. Let's just go Shift N to flip the normals, make sure the normals are correct. E to extrude, Alt S, better. Then I'm going to add in an orange light. Light emission pink. We will duplicate that and go into orange. Come here and orange, assign marker. And then we do this and we should have a little bit of an orange glow around there. I think it might be okay. Just a smidgen. If you haven't done the heist gig, you won't know. Yeah, I don't know what I've done. If you really like Jackie, avoid harsh reds. Okay. Now, what I kind of want to do, and I did like this. Let's go Shift S, cursor selected. I'm going to add in a plane. GZ. And I'm going to do something like this. Let's go something like that. G to the X. GZ. I'm going to push, actually, this is the roof. GX. We're going to push the roof to about here. I have an idea. From here, we go into add thingamabob, deform, nope, generate, wireframe. We're going to give it a boundary. We're going to add, modify, generate. We're going to give it a bevel. Can we make it thicker? I want to make this thicker. 0.05 GZ. Raise it up. I'm going to give this the emission material of orange. And so now we've got something like that. Interesting. That is pretty cool. I like that. Oh, what is a secret to sci-fi? Is it the models or the materials? Oh. Look. That's a toughie. I still think it's, to an extent, the materials is a very big thing. You look at, what's his face? Technoweave. So if we have a look at Technoweave, where is he? There he is. Let's bring him up. So for instance, we look at Technoweave. This is like stupid material based. The models aren't that complex. It is just stinking a gorgeous texture. And I hate him so much. Like, far out. Look at that. So I think, yeah. Like, these are schmick as anything. So especially like that one. The model, like, this is all kitbashing, his kitbashing set. Which, you know, I purchased so I could reverse engineer what the heck he's done. And the material does so much work. If we have a look at Ishima, whatever his name is, there is a really good breakdown he does. Is it this one? Yeah. So this is the breakdown he does of his building. And you can kind of see his process, blocking it, putting all the stuff in, blah, blah, blah. Very simple materials. But then when he goes on to the next level, like, everything just pops out so much more. So, multiple layers, blah, blah, blah. I love this bit. I hate him. I hate a lot of people. Running a bunch of GPU memory issues. Ask if anyone can lend a hand. I will see what I can do, buddy. So, back to what I was saying. Yeah. So I still think that materials do have a massive part in it. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. That's all right, actually. She'll be right. Because how do we feel about this? What the? Whatevs. Rotate X 90. And then, we've got pipes up here. We've got like a bit of a glass thing, which is a little bit weird. That is interesting there. So yeah, maybe we might incorporate that piece or that idea. So what we can do is, good old play. Yeah. We'll apply that. I'm going to put an edge loop through here and here. And then that can be pushed back. GYX, let's move it into here. And so I just generated these textures just in AI. Put an emission on. Beautiful. Oh, the square empty is in the control camera or the... Oh, no. So the square empty was kind of like a mirror modifier for all these pieces. So if I were to go into this and we went generate mirror modifier, we clicked on the empty. I moved it over. So if I go now G to the X, to something like that. Now what I can do is we can come in, select this, select all this. I don't even know what I'm selecting now. That. Is there anything else I need to pick up? Then we select this last. Nope, that there. Copy to selected. And so now you can see that we've got a bit of a street thing. Then, if we were to kind of do this, and then we went to Asset Browser, let's go into Markham 3D, decals, nope, not decals. Here, where are my cables? Pipes? Yeah. And then we brought our pipes in. Start throwing this in, like so. Rotate Z 180. That's pretty cool. Argentina. Oh, Montevideo. Welcome to the stream. I don't even know if I said that right. Because, Shiba doesn't really like files with drivers. Huh. Didn't know that. There we go. So you can kind of now see how we're progressing the scene. And obviously now this is where we can start throwing in more and more pieces to differentiate. Differentiate? Yeah, that's not too bad. So it doesn't all look the same. So we can kind of put an array on it. And then on its bike, it goes, you donkey. What is that? That there. Delete edge loop. Blobbers. Scale Z0. Aye. Marco. Payoy. Scale Z. Oh, where is that guy gone? There was a dude that would come. Anyway. Perfect. I like this. And then we can have those alleyways that kind of continue on. So for instance, if we were to grab this and we went G to the X, G to the X, select both of these. Nope. U and U, scale X0. Nice. And then obviously from here, you know, once we start throwing in like a bit of an array or something, and then we can start changing up those buildings. Cool. I like it. This is a great one building. I'm going to jump over into, where's our image? Let's do an Alt-H. Bring chat back, please. Oh, yeah, Twitch people. Anyone there? Mr. Emergent, welcome to the stream. Doing cyber strength, yes. There we go, beautiful. What else? So everything's pretty much the same. I like how this is closed up, these pipes. I mean, technically still in the blocking phase, which is perfectly fine. No. Okay, let's get rid of all the mirror modifiers now. Could go burger right about now. Okay, just clearing all this out. That one. And pipes. Lovely. And then I'm just going to move these down there. Perfect. All right. Okay. Alt-H, please. So now we have this outline, and I am pretty frustrated about that there. How do I fix this? How do I fix this really nicely? Because really, that should have come down to here. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Let's go delete those. Delete that face. Control F grid fill. Nah, you suck. Okay, so let's go. Whoop. Something just happened. Kazoo, welcome to the stream. Let's go F. Perfect. Actually, that's not too bad. I'll buy that for $1. Watch me break the wrist and walk away. Joshua 1.5. Axe 238, buddy. Okay. Let's go. I'm just trying to think, what is the next building going to look like? I say we take these core pieces, snap them over, and then is there a way to redesign this? Spicy mayo. Ah, no. Mate, Kazoo, you can't come in quoting stuff and then not know. On your bike, mate. Let's go. So yeah, now the question is what kind of shop is this going to be? So maybe we open this up, delete, Control numpad plus, delete faces, and maybe this is something that we can just walk straight in. So the shop itself is actually open, and then maybe if we grab this, Shift D, delete vertices, GG, GG, bring all this down. That's smooth now, awesome. Control L, merge by distance. No, P, separate by selection. So I need to make some internal walls now. GX. Something like that. You got to be prepared, buddy. Okay, so we've now got inside of a shop. I think it's way too big. So something like that. I'm just trying to think, how can we... Oh, actually, might just do this. That means I can close this off like here. There we go. Oops, like this. F and F. And then we can delete the ground. And then we'll come in later and put a floor on it, because this was something that I had. If we go into the other blend file, one thing I did, which I actually quite like, and sometimes, you know, sometimes I do pat myself on the back, is just having a separate floor. Oh, duh, I know. But the point of it is it's just this kind of like small step up into the actual shop. So when I go ahead and apply another texture, it'll be different to the outside concrete. So just kind of like a little bit of a thing. But once again, this is probably going to be a scene where we've got people walking past, and having that little step is not going to be very noticeable, but it's just kind of there, you know, because kind of like when I walk from this room into the hallway, we've got carpet in here, walking onto tiles. There is that boundary of flooring. So it's kind of like I use that as a bit of an idea. Let me just get out of render mode and I'm going to keep that open. Okay, so we need to fill this place. I'm just going to come back to this thing. All right, let's just steal everything in here. Yo. We'll grab all that stuff and we'll grab the vending machine. Control Z. Control C. Control V. Needs a yellow safety strip. Okay, so something like that. Convenience store. Yeah, let's bring that into here. Let's do... One thing I need to create is put stuff on these shelves. Is what I don't have. What are you, an architect? Nope. So what I'm doing is just working on an animated web series. And so I am building up some assets for my world. If you want, jump over to Markham 3D over on YouTube, and then you'll see there's a whole bunch of other people over there. So vending machine. So yeah, just kind of putting this together, and I might just put a very static person there. Let's move these over. We're not probably going to see these that much, which is fine. Let's go Shift D, rotate. This is more just to illuminate the inside. Illumination. And we'll grab that and that piece there. Shift D. Rotate 90 to the minus. And then we'll dump that there. You there. And then if we have a squiz, we don't have any lights. I'm going to duplicate. No, I'm not going to duplicate. There's a gym that I walk past because I don't go in it. They've got these like hexagon lights, which I really like. Let's go into a honeycomb. Because the joke's there because I'm fat. And we will put it in here like that. Let's go bring it up. And is that, where is it? Okay, there we go. Something like this. E to extrude, bring it down. Perfect. Let's do I to do an inset. Like so, E to extrude. Then from here, I'm going to go to materials. This one here can be lights blue. Kind of want white. Let's duplicate that one and we'll go white. And assign. So that now when we're in here, we should see kind of like, yeah, this. Let's go 20. Still super dark, which I'm not too thrilled about. But then what we could do is just go Shift S cursor selected. It would be stocked, but the clock's too busy playing hockey on the roof. Whoa, Nelly. And then let's just go like 500. That'll give us that. Maybe we just cheat a little bit. GY. Shift D, GY. There we go. Perfect. And then later on, we can always come in, throw some textures on. If we change the sun now to like -5. Yes, look at that. That's looking good. Now, something I was playing around with. Let me show you. I actually need to find the link. Give me a sec while I find the link. Oh, itchy nose. Wow. That sucks. Right, okay. Hold me for a moment. Oh, who? Okay, now I'm trying to think. What the is this? Oh. Okay, so I'm just trying to find an add-on that I've been using. No, where is it? What's it called? Let's go into orders. Geez, I've got a lot of them. There it is. Okay. Who? Russell. There we go. Okay. All right, sweet. So let me crack this open. Let's crack this one here. So, for those of you who need to be using SVG files. Yep, sweet. That's this one here. What I've been doing is I've been trying to come up with a very quick way to make signs. Now, I don't want just like English text because I don't really want it. I want it kind of like a cyberpunk-esque. And so I found this font on Google, which is Moochie Pop P. So something is all it wrote. Took a screenshot of it. Okay, because I can't get this font into Blender. So I did it in Word. Took an image of it. Now what I can do is N. It is down the bottom. Trace Genius Pro. If I open up an image, go into my pictures, screenshots. Oh, that one? Yes, cool. So now we've got the screenshot. It's upside down, back to front. Alt R. Doesn't matter. Now I can go trace shape. And then from here, I want it smooth. Yes. I want it to be a mesh. Yes. I can finalize that puppy. And then we can get rid of this. And now I have a mesh version of that file. So we can go into edit mode. Can you stop being a jerk? Yes, that's correct. Let's select all that. Delete vertices. Obviously, they're n-gons, but whatevs, we'll deal with it. So, yes, you can do it in Illustrator. You can use it in Adobe Affinity Designer. Not Krita. What's the other one? Not Krita. I can see it. I don't know what the other free program. Not Canva. Is it Canva? It's not Canva. But this is actually now done in Blender. So if I go blue lights. So now, let's go rotate Z, G, Shift Z, and then we've got a store called something. Inkscape. Thank you. That's the one. How cool was that? Vintage, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm working on a spaceship right now. I'm working on a street scene. But yeah, so that add-on there, you can all do it now within Blender. Thank you very much, Floyd Fred. I don't know how to say it. I'm probably butchering. This would be useful for decals. Yeah. Yes, I would say. As long as you don't have an ambient occlusion node, anything works well with decals. So let's go 10. I think if we just do I to do an inset. Nope, you can't handle it. Oh, interesting. Okay. Merge by distance. Poopy caca. Ugh. What's that? Let's go GG. 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 Select all, merge by distance. And now let's do I to do an inset. Any funky business. Still funky business. I'm going to guess you down here are a problem. You are very much a problem. Let's go GG. 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 Merge by distance. I to do an inset. Something like that. Perfect. Invert the selection. And we're going to add in R. Matte underscore black. Let's go black. Assign. And then that didn't give me a border. Control numpad. Ow, ploppers. Face mode. Control I. There we go. Black. Nope. New material. Matte black. U. Black. Roughness. Assign. And so now we have I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. Love it. Great. Awesome. Let's go select. What I am going to do is, for some reason, I heard a washing machine in my ear. That looks awesome. My internet did a wobbly. Yes. Now let it glow. Mix shader, 2 emission shaders for A and B. Input light path for the factor. What? Now let it glow. Mix shader, 2 emission shaders, A and B. Input. No. So the way I would be doing this is if we come in and we went, yes, I'm in materials. So if we went down in settings, you can see there's a pass index. We go pass index 1. I am just going to go F12. Wait, let's turn on pass index. So we need material index. So in the render or the layers, F12. F12. And so for those of you who haven't watched my Star Wars video, please do. It is actually my #1 video at the moment. Oh, it's dying. Here, let me get it for you guys. Copy, Control V. So the way I would be doing this, so we've got our render now. We come over into rendering. We come over into composition. We go into use nodes, and then we go into image. No. Whoa. That stinks. We do this, okay? So this is our image. We change the material index on this thing. So if I were to go material index, ID value is going to be 1. Then this goes into a glare image. Perfect. And then that will go into here. Into here. Into here. Did I have the wrong thing selected? Oh, you donkey. Okay, so let me just fix that up. Settings. You are not material index 1. I actually wanted the blue light to be my pass index. Control S to save. Let's now do an F12. And so now we've got that blue. There we go. So now it's been separated into composition. From here, we can go into streaks. We want bloom, strength, highlights, threshold, 0.5. And now you can see that we've got a bloom on it. So, cool bananas. What we can do as well, and this is something that Felicia taught me, is if we grab a low glare as well, then we go into a mixed color. I got tutorials on this. And we go add. Now we've got kind of like 2 layers of glare. So we've got low, a medium, and guess what? We're going to do a high. Then that goes into there. That goes into there. And then this goes into high. And now we've kind of got 3 layers of glare on it. And then we come into Shift D. Then we go image. And then obviously because it is, let's go blue. Blue. Doesn't really work because it's stinking bright as. So let me bring down the sun and then you'll see this is how we get our bloom. -5. F12. There we go. So now we've got bloom. You can see how this is blooming, but obviously everything else isn't blooming because we haven't put a material index on them. Hail the mesh machine gods. What? Has a mesh cleanup tool that lets you dissolve vertices. Yeah. It's the same guy. Decal machine. Decal machine, mesh machine. Is it? Yeah, it is. You've got me thinking now. Edit preferences. Mesh. Oops, decal machine. Yeah, mesh machine. Oh, there you go. Full of lights. Sick. No idea what that's saying, mate. Well, there's like multiple things happening. So anyway, there's that kind of thing. And for the Star Wars video that I just posted over there, I will crack open that file so we can show you shot 4. Which one's shot 4? I think 4 is the TIE fighters, which isn't the best example. Oh no, it's this one. Yeah, okay. So I'm just trying to find, there's a bullet over here. There's a bullet that streaks past here. So this one, this laser beam here has a material index of 2. And so if I were to just do an F12, I'll just quickly show you what this one looks like. I'm tired. And we can see that there's the streak, and it's got like an ever faint glow on that just because it's moving so stupid fast. But if we come into the compositor, you can see that I've actually got 3 ID masks. So we've got red ones for the X-Wings shooting, one for the green lasers, and a pink one for the engines on the TIE Fighter, the X-Wings. I really need to do this actual proper sound effects for that. I reckon it'll look sick. Anyway, back to this. So we've got 2 shops already. I think up here, if anything, it would be a lot more dirtier. And I mean, we could continue on with my theme of putting in panels. So if I were to do that, let's go into 10. We're at 48. No. Which one was piling by Porkins? Filming? No, I'll talk to you off stream. we were talking about you earlier. I might have a favor. All right, let's go into what am I doing? Shift, right click, set origin to 3D cursor. Shift S, cursor selected. Right click, set origin 3D cursor. Lovely. From here, I need to look at local. What size is this? Let's go 3 meters up. Poopy caca. Maybe we do this, and then I do an Alt S. Yeah, perfect. Trying to find your Star Wars video on your channel. The link's up there, Chris. Hey, hang on. I just had it open. Where is it? Here it is. Go watch it. Yes, I think you will be all ears. Let me just say, you have a wonderful voice. This guy right here. That's all I'm saying. So now with this created, I can go Shift D. I'm going to duplicate this up. Are you snapping? Here you are. Wait a minute. See? That's Z0. This should be 3. That's 0. This should be 3. Why is this being a jerk? Local. 3 and 3. Wow. Bring it down. Marco's confused now. What's going on? Am I missing something? Mirror, smooth by angle. GZ. Shift D, GZ3. What the heck? All right, so although I was in local, let me just explain this real quick. Although I was in local, I was there. Okay, so Z0, local. Up here, Z3. So technically this should be 3 meters high. No, because I'm an idiot. I haven't applied the scale. Control A, apply the scale. Now when I go into ed mode, you can see it's at 3 point whatever. I'm an idiot. So let's now go 3. 2.95. Bit more. Better. Your own sound effects. Yep. No. Thank you for going and watching it. All right. So now, if I go Shift Z3, perfect. Awesome. Now, the whole point of that was so that I can now start making like panel cuts. So if I do this, Control B to do a bevel, middle mouse, silent as a house, Control numpad. I think I should probably make this a little bit bigger. Then we've got that. And then we've got a nice line there. Then from here I can go Shift DZ. And then we can go like something like this. And then we do this. And we go GG. Yes, perfect. Control B. And then we do this, and then we kind of start pulling it all together. And so now as you right there? And so now what we're doing is kind of like creating multiple different wall types. So now if we'll keep that one. Shift S cursor selected, Shift S selection to cursor, GZ. I hate you. Delete. Whoa. U, X, U, Shift D, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C on the Y-axis, Control V on the Y-axis. There we go. Well done, Marco. Good job. Thank you. Now we can start doing different kind of like types of buildings, and you can see how it's all coming along. Why is there a gap there? I hate you. Let's go here. Control E, mark sharp. Done. Clean that puppy off. Markham, try the shader from the photo. It's quite awesome for the lights. Okay. Hang on. Can you send me a Discord link? Because then I'll have a look at it. Because I'm down to have a look. Okay. I don't know. I can't speak German. I don't know what's going on. Okay. But yeah, I like this shader. We've got some nice buildings happening. We do have a like now an alleyway. That alleyway is where we can come in and we can start like throwing in some big get stuff pipes. So for instance, like this. And then it really breaks up that silhouette of buildings, which is awesome. Shift DZ3. Oh my goodness, I gotta fix that. That's frustrating as anything. Perfect. Whatevs, Trevs. And then this is where we can kind of create some more signs. I like this sign. I'm probably going to reuse that. What I might do, Control S to save. I'm actually going to bring up a previous file. Let's go into working files. Marketplace, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, let's go. Let's go! No, I don't care. Let him talk. So basically, 2 emissions into a mix shader and a light path into the factor. I will give it a crack. Let's do it. So, let's go on the cube. On the cube, we go. You're saying, if we go into shading, we have an emission, shader, mix shader, goes into here. This goes into here. This goes into here. Let's go one extreme and the other extreme. And then you're saying it should be light path. Light path. Oh gosh, which one? And the light path into the factor. Grey? I don't know. I don't know. What is it meant to give me a bloom? Light path and camera array. Okay. Whoop. 5 and 5. I don't know. What's it meant to do? F12. I don't know. What's it meant to do? Now control the 2 emission shaders. Yeah, but what do they do? Because I'm talking about bloom. Ah, you're talking about on the ground. Right. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Right. Okay. So although it's orange, glowing orange, it's emitting pink. Yeah. I see what you're saying now. Okay. I will take that. I was more thinking that we were trying to get like an ambient glow happening. Glare. Okay, so back to what I was going. Thank you. I like that idea. I might have to steal it. Let's start snapping up some of these pieces. I'm going to grab chew. We won't go Windows. We will go U. Some other corner pieces. No. Let's just grab them for now. Okay, and then Control V. Where are you pieces? Control V. And so what I'm just going to quickly do is build up a bit of a building. Let's go rotate Z. Rotate Z 90. Something like that. Let's bring it over there. Rotate 90. Z-axis. And then we can grab this piece here. Shift D. And so for those of you who have been around for a bit, will remember these pieces because we built these on live stream. Cool, 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 cool. And then we can grab that. Let's grab these two, Shift-DZ, hold Control. We can just grab all these. Shift-DZ, Shift-DZ. Delete. Shift-DZ. Whoops. And then we'll come in later. We can throw on some pipes and such. But now that this building has been set up, there are tools like Buildify. The one thing I didn't like about Buildify is that the windows are all the same going directly up. Okay, let's go rotate. Oh, wait. Shift D. Rotate 90. And then we can kind of, if we really wanted to, we can make it super narrow. That's kind of cool. I'm going to go Shift D, Y. Another little bit there. Same thing. Oh, actually, we could grab these. Oh, someone's just joined. Let me check you out in a sec. Meow. Whoops. Did I miss a piece? Nope. Rotate Z90. Will it snap is the question. I'm going to go. Problem is if I like rotate 90, it's off the snapping points. But you know what? I don't care. So I think that's kind of cool. We need to extend this some more. Saburba. GX4 to the minus. And I think I picked up a roller door. Shift S, cursor selected. Shift S, selection to cursor. Rotate Z 180. GY, GX. And then we can grab these two. Shift D, X. Yeah. That's ugly as. That's fine. And then if we kind of come into here like so, and I just did a bit of an F12, we'll just see what it looks like. So it's nothing too special, but it's once we start throwing all the crud on the ground and all the boxes and all that kind of stuff. Nice, the building generator I shared with you. Yes. Yes. I'm just trying to remember. That was a yonks ago. Unless there's a new version. But yeah, one of the big problems was I couldn't change. It was the same wall the whole way up. Whereas, these are kind of like different windows and such. If we went down now to like -5 on the sky, it's obviously going to be very much a pitch black thing. And then that's where we can kind of come in, start going shift right click. If I were to put in a light, an area light, rendered view, and then we did light 500, F12, and this is where we can play with lighting and such. But there's going to have to be kind of like a lot of work. There's a sweet generator too, if I remember, by the way, by the guy who did the sign add-on. I wonder if that was Razy. There were some really good neon signs, add-ons. Sanctus Library. Okay, yeah, I'll check that one. But yeah, now's kind of like the big thing will be is adding all the small pieces that'll make up the scene. Like at the moment, obviously it's very bland, but then when we start coming in and we start putting in more of, the drink machines and all that kind of stuff, once we start putting in the boxes, so I think in this scene here, if we start grabbing some of these, Shift D, do that again, Control C, Control V, Control V, rotate 180. Oops, I got it wrong way around. Rotate Z 180. We've got some bins. Let's put like a garbage bag here. Let's put this thing over here somewhere. Put you in there. And then if we wanted to, we could go, that's massive. Okay, let's bring it back down. GY. Then we can start something like that. Because technically all places need a gutter. It's got solid mode so I can actually see what I'm doing. Is that right? Is that down the middle of the road? Good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. And then we can do something like that. I'm just going to delete this and this. Delete this and this. Delete faces. And we can select this and this and this and this and this. Let's go I to do an inset. Then we can select, can we? Let's go. It's going to be the best way. This and this. We can do Control B to do a bevel. Control numpad minus. Deselect the insides. Really? I hate you. Perfect. Come on, Marco. You can do this, buddy. GZ. Perfect. Then we can grab this and... Which one is it? No, it's that one. I want that one. And that one. Control B to do a bevel. There we go. And then we can grab these two here. What's the best way? Maybe if we did this, Control B. So that we do something like that. Grab you and grab you. Control B. It should be a bit wider, I think. Control numpad minus. GZ. GZ. Control B now to do a bevel. And then if we have a look now, we should have a bit of a nice little gutter there. Buddy, can you not be standing in the gutter? A little bit too extreme. Can we do a subdivision surface? I don't think we can. I think I might have a hissy fit. Yep. Let's go solid mode. And I'm just going to do this. Let's do this. And we'll just fix all this up. Like so. Not really concerned about that. Auto smooth. Something's gone wrong. Of course it has. gosh, what have I done? What the heck is that? Oh, I hate you so much. Anyway, I would do it properly. But then we can start then applying different materials, so on and so forth. Did you model these buildings in the stream too? Yeah. Sorry. The buildings on the right, yes. The buildings on the left, I think we probably did about 3 months ago, and that's part of a kitbashing set that we kind of slapped together. Oh. Look at the last drive folder I shared. Okay. By the way, maybe a topic, but I'm searching for a way to make rocky looking backgrounds massive. Any tips? No. I have tried to do the same. I think it's kind of more just around like overlaying. So if we went into, I'm just going to bring up, what's it called? Lights, camera, action. I don't think it's going to come up. No. All right, hang on. Let me find a video that'll show you some things that I've done. What was that video called? Oh, let's just do animation, a short. Secondhand hauler. There we go. That's the video. Okay, so shut up. So kind of like to make it was, so for this shot here, it was more just like layering and layering and layering. Like that's all I did. But it's also having something to compare the size to as well. Helps. Have you tried to make Creed background massive? Well, not just Rocky. What? This was in Unreal Engine, wasn't it? Must have been. Did I? Yeah, I did. That's right. I did do it in Unreal Engine. Oh. I'm just going to... Cad's watching. I will be there soon. Check out what I've been working on today and why I have a love-hate relationship. Yes. Let's have a look. Spooky, where'd you go? Yeah, but this is decent. This is nice. So there is a link in the Discord, in the chat below somewhere for the Discord. Yeah, this is great. So this is your kitbashing set as well, I think. Yeah, hang on, I will get you an invite. Oops. Okay, let's close that. Oh, I'm not in streamer mode. Go. Okay, let's, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. All right, mute, notifications, invite people. Here we go. Copy. Copy? No, not audit logs. I want... Invite friends to audit. No. Here. Invite people. There we go. Sorry, I'm just getting you the link. Control V. So that's my Discord there. I am trying to be as much as I can involved. I do like this scene. I like these buildings. I don't think these buildings suit, so I'm going to have to create something similar to it. But my primary objective is going to be to finish these buildings here. So this one here, which looks absolutely gorgeous. When I worked out the light rails, so good. And then if I open up File, Open Recent, Shop Buildings. So I'm going to try and make about 6 of these buildings. Alt-H. I'm going to try and make 6 of these buildings. And then try and build like a nice street. Hopefully in a way as well that I can replicate it. So they kind of like fit together, so on and so forth. Because in the shot, they're running down a back alley, dark, dingy, so on and so forth. But then when they pop out of the alleyway, they're hit with kind of like this bright lights, all this kind of stuff, plenty of people around, so on and so forth. So, yeah. I am going to have a look at the building stuff. What points do you consider when pricing? Look, I'm probably not the best person to ask that, Helder, because I sell squat. Let's be transparent. I will be transparent with you guys. If I go into my account, orders. No. Create a dashboard. Here we are. My products. Hang on. So if I go into products. So this is my stuff. I've only got 10 things. Nothing flash. This one here. 2 sales. That's a massive kitbashing set. So on Blender Market, they take 35, 40%. Where on Gumroad, someone just joined. Who was that? Robert Walter, welcome to the stream. Where on Gumroad, they're only taking, for me, only about 10%. So you just have to be 100% alpha rating. But the original kitbashing set, this one's been out. Oh, modified. The last time was modified. Yeah, so it's been a while since that's been modified. And UV textures, yeah, like you. But then if we have a look at, let me find the other kitbashing set. Gumroad, what is it? Hang on, let me find it. Yeah, I pretty much get barely any sales. Let me find Discovery Library. So let me just find the stuff that I've purchased, because I know what I'm after. Where is she? Where is she? There it is. No, I want to go to the actual page. Fine, I'll go this way. This one here. Let me grab that. Click on this. Come on. Heide mal schnell. Just waiting for this to open up, because it takes forever. There we go. Click on this, generate, copy. So this one here, like this is a great kitbashing set. And this is what we were talking about earlier in terms of 3D design and materials and all that kind of stuff. It is a very good kitbashing set. 550, but the price is like $250 comparative to mine, which is, trying to find the page, comparative to mine, which on here is only 75, and there's about 480, all textured, all that kind of stuff. So it's yeah. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you on the pricing of the stuff. But yeah. So yes, I'm going to continue on working with this because I want to build a few of them. hopefully this second draft of the script is done. Got to talk to Philman, and hopefully he'll help me out with stuff. So go check out his channel. Go check out Gaming in the Can over here, which is where we were going to in a sec. Where are we? So go check that out. What else? Anything else? Jump on Discord. Link is just up above. If you want to have questions, if you want to talk about stuff, I'm normally around. I will try and start being a little bit more live streaming on Discord as well. I was doing it this week here and there as I was building this. But there is a video coming out on like my thought processes, whilst building this one. And so we kind of go through that process from start to finish. And then this one will probably end up going up on Patreon as well. So for you guys to download and so on and so forth. Anyway, let's call it a night. Thank you very much. Stick around. We're going to go over to Gaming in the